Okay. Um, I had issues with my camera because I'm actually doing this from my laptop. Hi, everybody. I'm gonna wait till a couple more people get in. Whew. I was trying to do this from my phone, but like I said, when I'm faced with something, I always have a plan B because I needed to get on the live today. Thank y'all. So now that I have a couple people in, I want to thank y'all for bearing with me through that whole ordeal. My camera was just acting funny. I had to take that app off and restart. So now that we're here, a couple things that I want to talk about before I get into the message. If you guys don't know already, my book, I don't know if you can really see it here. Let me turn off. Go here. Can you guys see? The Miraculous Busy Billy. So my book is available for purchase via my website and also Amazon. And you guys will be able to go ahead and actually click the link in the description box below. Also, I tell you guys all the time, please, please, please check the community board because I post a lot of things and events and details um, relating to what it is that I have going on a community board. And I don't know if some of you all, have the time to like navigate or know where everything is, but whenever I say description box, it's normally just like if you click the title of the video, it should extend like a description box where you see all the links and everything that I put there for you guys to buy my books or to become a member. If you don't, or you can't, for whatever the reason with the description box, if you go ahead and you navigate to my channel, you'll see the different tabs that say home, videos, what else it'll say? Shorts, live, community, which is the community board, and it'll say membership, store, and about. So if you click the community and then the about tabs, both of those tabs, you'll be able to access my website link to book me for a session. You'll also be able to go ahead and click the links to access both of my books, Reinvent Yourself and The Miraculous Busy Billy, and also my social media links and also the links to donate to the channel. So I just wanted to put that out there because a lot of people ask me all the time, as well as I have to start putting in my videos. I am not on Telegram. I am not on Telegram. I am not on Telegram. I can't go through every single comment. And I say that with the utmost respect for every single last one of y'all that follow me. I am not big headed. I am not trying to be condescending. I am just saying, I say it and I put it on the community board all the time. I put on there, I said, there are scammers out there. And they target channels that have a lot of that have huge followings, and I can't be everywhere. So when you guys come and you tell me or you email me and you say, hey, I sent money to the orphanage like you asked me, or I paid for a reading. I don't do readings. I do consultations. I advise you. I provide insight, clarity, guidance to certain situations that you guys tell me. It's not a reading. It's pretty much being just like I said, the voice of reason. I serve as the voice of reason. Okay. So when you guys book me, you tell me certain situations, it is not a reading, it's guidance, it's advice. Okay. So whoever it is that's out there using my name and saying, oh, you could pay for a reading, you can do this, it's not me. And you shouldn't jump into anything that somebody sit up there and try to sell you before you run the facts and you ask questions. So I'm not trying to come down on anybody because I just got an overwhelming amount of emails, and there's nothing that I could do in those situations because I tell you guys that I'm not on Telegram. I tell you all the time, I'm not promoting no orphanage. If I ever start a nonprofit or I ever have a charity, it will be on the community board. It will be posted as a link either on the community board or my channel. Bottom line. But again, I'm going to just start saying it before I come on and I say any message. I'm going to just say it at the beginning, at the start, just to reiterate it so that you guys it could reach more people, because I can't be everywhere. And I apologize whoever got scammed, and it's just crazy. But before I go ahead and I start, I just want to let you guys know, yes, Jeffrey, it's just so much. You don't understand. Like, these people, they crazy, and they're everywhere. They're doing it to a lot of people. So, but okay, we're here. And I wanted to thank you guys for everything that you have, everything that you guys do. I appreciate you guys emailing me. I appreciate you guys being here for me. So as you know, I got a substantial amount of emails asking me when I'm going to go ahead and plan a in-person event. So you guys were sending me certain screenshots and things, and you was like, a lot of people are doing it now, Victoria, and we really want to like see you and things like that. You should plan one. And y'all know I'm not into doing things because people do it. But again, if ever I do something, I do want to make sure that I have everything in order. And so I thought about it, and I was like, okay, I can go ahead and plan an event for this year, and it can be celebrating. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. So I'm pretty sure by the time that I set the date, and thank God for that, we will be at 100,000. And so I want it to be a royal gathering, since we are kings and queens. And that's been my whole, that's been pretty much how I address you guys, as kings and queens, prince and princesses. So I, thought about doing one, and I want to plan it and shoot for either July or August. So make sure that you guys go ahead and cast your vote on the community board, because I need an accurate head count of how many people can actually attend. Thank you, Tawana. Or how many people can actually attend either in July or August. So that poll is posted already on the community board, so that you guys can go ahead and vote. I ask that you guys go and vote if you truly do plan on attending, and then you let me know which month will be good for you or work for you. And all my tickets, the ticket sales, I will make sure that it's under 100. Because some of y'all be telling me what people be charging. And my whole thing is, I really want to give y'all a chance to see me. I want to see y'all, and I want to make it feasible for everybody to attend. So if you guys go ahead and vote, I can get an accurate head count, and I'll make sure that I keep it within a good price range so everybody can go ahead and attend. I want everybody to attend. And you guys can go ahead and do that. That's already posted on the community board. And I love you too. So I want to tell you guys something that ties into the message of what we're going to be talking about today, right? It's been a while since I've done a live, I know, but I tell you guys all the time, when I'm led, that's when you're going to see me come on here. So a couple weeks ago, I was spiritually attacked. And that's why and it's still a fight for me, but I can feel my strength and my energy I'm getting back to myself. And so a couple weeks ago, I was spiritually attacked, and there were like, literally, I was laying in my bed and I felt sharp pains on my left side. And for a lot of you guys, that talk to me, that I've been running and I've been like getting back healthy. I dropped 15 pounds in a month. And so I've been, like, I don't eat crazy. I don't eat no crazy things like that. So I'm like, I know it's not my health, you know, and after the sharp pains, I'm getting up and I'm walking to the kitchen, getting ready to go take an Advil because I'm like, why am I getting these sharp pains? And as soon as I get out the bed and I make my way to the kitchen, I have to grab my chest because it felt like my heart, for every time I was like breathing, like it hurt, and like my heart, like my chest was gonna cave in. I can't explain it. And I really don't like, I really just was going back and forth if I wanted to come on here and say anything about it. Because when people try things on you, they be trying to check back to see if it's working, and if what they sent your way, if it worked. You know what I'm saying? But God kept pushing me not to walk in fear, and not to be afraid, because what they truly wanted, it didn't happen. But sometimes God allow you to feel certain things so that you are aware that people are out here and capable and evil of trying to spiritually attack you. You get me what I'm saying? Like, that type of stuff truly do exist. And so as soon as I got out and I put my hand on the I had my hand on the wall and I'm grabbing my chest and I'm trying not to breathe too hard or at all, because every time I do it, I'm telling you, I'm feeling some in my heart, my chest. I said, oh my God, what's happening to me? I dropped down immediately and I'm not breathing nothing. And I'm just thinking, and I'm just like, God, please lift this evil up off of me right now, Father God. Lift this evil up off of me right now, Father God. Protect me right now, Father God. Whatsoever evil is being sent my way, Father God, I ask that you lift it up off of me and you send it right back to return to sender. And I kept saying it, but I was thinking it. Now I'm not speaking it because I'm telling you, I couldn't breathe, nothing. It was hurting me really bad. I had to have been down on the floor for like a couple minutes before I got back up. And a couple minutes after that, I didn't feel anything. But I lit all my candles. I had my prayers running. I was watching a movie, but I stopped the movie and I put my prayers on. I had my prayers running all night. I called my mom and I told her what was going on. She was like, people can get voodoo dolls or whatever and be doing crazy things with these voodoo dolls. And people could be sitting up here sending things your way using your pictures because you put yourself out there in the public's eye. And so immediately I was just like, you know what? I think that I should just back up. And I was really like, and for a couple days, I was just reposting and just posting to the community board, but I wasn't getting up trying to like do what it is that I was normally doing. I didn't have that fire. I didn't have that energy. And I just knew something was just wrong. I knew what I was going up against. And so I was getting up every day fighting through that. I was getting up every day praying. I was getting up every day trying to get out my house. I was getting up every day and I'm just like, I'm not going to allow this to stop me, because I know that when that evil try to really overcome you at a time and at a period that you're doing what God calls you to do, it's because they can see or sense a breakthrough happening for you. They know what's in store for you. They see and they know. And they want to instill that fear in you so that you can stop doing what it is that you're called to do. You get me what I'm saying? And what was sent my way to take me out, because like I said, I started doing research. People having like cardiac arrests, people having strokes and things, and like have a clean bill of health. And I just said, you know what? I know that what they were trying to do I know they were trying to take me out. And it's crazy because I don't wish bad upon anybody. I don't come on here and I tell you all the time, don't put no title on me. You understand what I'm saying? If I've helped you in some type of way, then I've done what it is that I was supposed to do. But I tell you, don't put no title on me. Don't put no labels on me. I'm very to myself. I don't put my business out there like that. Even on YouTube, I'm screening what it is that I'm uploading. So I just noticed like a lot with my energy, just with my exercise, my regimen that I had in place. I'm like, why am I not, thank you, Rich. I love you. I appreciate that. I said, what's going on? Like, why is my energy being affected? I used to get up every day and run. I had stopped running. I stopped trying to get up to go run. I'm like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. My sleep was affected. I wasn't going to sleep until maybe 2, 3 in the morning, waking up 8, 9 o'clock in the morning and still being tired throughout the day. I said no. So I got up and I had both of my TVs, right? Playing what is it? Shirley Caesar? Shirley Caesar's song, Satan, we're gonna tear your kingdom down. And as soon as I started playing both of those and I was getting up every day, I had my candles. Normally I only burn it at night, but I was burning it throughout the day. And if I needed more candles, I'll go out and I'll get more candles. And I was just praying throughout the day, praying. I took some time off from work and I just said, I gotta fight, because my focus wasn't truly on overcoming the spiritual warfare because I had so much going on. So until I started to back away, like I said, I need time from work. I need time from YouTube. I need time from the sessions. I need time. And I truly, just like I said, I was fasting. And I had Shirley Caesar's song. I didn't play no other song. I was playing Satan, we're going to tear your kingdom down. I'm telling you, like the next day I'm getting up and I have that fire again to go get out and run. I told you the pains, the sharp pains did not come back. The pains to my chest did not come back. I got up today and I accomplished so much today than I have the past few days that I've been battling this. This stuff is real. And see, I can come on here and be with that fluff, and I can come on here and worry about what makeup I'm wearing and what hairdo I got going on and how my body look, and to give y'all something to look at. You know what I'm saying? But I don't come on here and worry about all that stuff. And see, they'll target the ones that is real, because it's the ones that truly have an understanding, a deeper understanding for what this spiritual warfare is and how to overcome it, be the ones that they attack the most. And I just start looking back at how we're almost close to 100K. I've been on here for like, 2 years now going at this. And I said, it's just crazy how God will truly allow some things to happen in your life so that you wake up. But what people didn't understand is, I tell you all, and I say it all the time, even though they went up against you with the intent to try to take you out, or with the intent to try to steal your destiny from you, or have it to where you don't step into your destiny or fulfill your purpose, they didn't even understand that all of that was just served to be a delay. They couldn't deny what God had already pre-orchestrated for you to have. They could not deny it. They didn't have no power to deny you access of the blessings that was in store for you, to deny you of your God-given right, your God-given talent. Yeah, it was delayed. You were delayed. You had to fight through some things, but you were never denied. And that's why I say I don't get focused on or focus on what other people have going on. You get me? Even sometimes when y'all email me, I'll be like, you know what? I'm proud for everybody. If they're using my sayings, or they're using tell a friend to tell a friend, and I think y'all said somebody was saying the JC game, but they switched it around a little bit, or they was using if you need love, inspiration. I said, listen, if people are using it to have a positive impact on other people's lives and they're capitalizing off of what they've seen someone else do, but they're using it to make a positive impact, then you know what? We all doing the Lord's work. So it's all good in my book. I don't look at who started after me and what they're achieving. I don't look at who behind me and what they're achieving. I focus on what I'm achieving and where I am. So it's so funny how I say, y'all gonna see it on my videos. I have to go through and edit them, and then I have to upload them. But they like an hour long, so I need to edit it before I upload, and that's gonna take some time. But I wanted to come on this live to tell y'all about the story of David and Goliath and how that ties into what I was able to overcome and some of the things that you all have been able to overcome, right? And in that story, oh, thank y'all. um, it's thank you guys. I love y'all. And so with the story of David and Goliath, right? I take that as the representation of Goliath. He's representing that greed. He's representing like that evil that you had to overcome. Goliath is a representation of the envy, the jealousy, the hatred, the resentment, the evil that you guys had to go up against. And so for a while, people will feel like when they perceive you to be a weaker opponent, when people perceive you to be a weaker opponent, when people look at you and they say, you know what, that person did, I got this in the bag. That person ain't strong enough. You know, that person not street smart. That person ain't headstrong. They too small. Look at them. They too skinny. Look at them. They too innocent. So it's like when people went up against you, they perceived you or looked at you, they perceive you to be a certain way. And I feel like whenever people have to group up and form packs and groups to go up against someone of whom they're underestimating, the people of whom at the end of the day they look down upon or they perceive to be a certain type of way, it's in that moment that God has to step in. God steps in and aided you and showed you that you're stronger than you think. You're stronger than you let on. You're stronger than you think. You're stronger than these people thought you were. You're smarter than these people thought you were. And it's because of that strength and that spirit that you carry. See, Goliath may have looked like a giant, but y'all carry the spirit of a giant. Y'all carry that spirit of a true warrior. See, looks can be very deceiving. And see, that's something that your enemies, that your naysayers and that your doubters who went up against you, that's what they're realizing. Looks can be very deceiving. See, you could look like somebody that I could chump. You can look like somebody who lunch money I could take every day. You can look like somebody that I can spiritually attack. You can look like somebody that I can lie on, who won't come for me, who won't fight me. But it's in that moment that, see, now you have the advantage because you have the element of surprise. See, oh my God. Wow. 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 Talk through me, God. Talk through me. Thank you. Thank you, Talea, baby. I appreciate that. See, oh my gosh. See, you may look like you look one way, but you really was another way. You get me what I'm saying? You look weak, but in the spiritual realm, you carry that strength and that spirit of a true giant. Goliath ain't got nothing up on you, baby. My people who I'm talking to on this live today, y'all make sure y'all get them likes up, man. Go ahead and get them likes up for me. Go ahead and get them likes up for me, because see, I'm coming with it today. that Goliath ain't got nothing up on you. These people ain't got nothing up on you. That evil that they sent your way ain't got nothing up on you. Them attacks that they sent your way ain't got nothing up on you. Them lies that they told, the secrets that they spreaded, the plans that they had, the outcomes that they wanted for your life. See, they wasn't prepared. They didn't prepare. This is why I said you had the advantage. Well, you say, Vitera, well, what you talking about really? About me having the advantage when I'm going up against a straight, look, y'all seen Goliath. Y'all know how tall he was, how big he was. Anybody else, he could have pounded them to the pavement. I'm saying something. Anybody else, he could have overcome them. Anybody else. Man, y'all ain't ready for it. See, when God leads you to do something, and then you sitting up here and my camera wasn't working, nothing was working. Thank you, JB. Thank you, JB3. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. See, you had the element of surprise because, see, when people think they got it in the bag, they don't take the time necessary to prepare for battle. They go in it thinking, I got it in the bag, I'm going to win. They don't do what it takes. They don't take the time to prepare for battle. Those who I'm talking to, y'all been in spiritual boot camp. That's what they didn't know. God was already shaping you and preparing you and doing what he had to do. That's what people didn't see. You've been going through hell all your life. You've been going through betrayals all your life. People been underestimating you all your life. People been going up against you, joking you, criticizing you, rejecting you all your life. You've been going through that. All your life you've been going through that. So you grew strong in that solitude. Thank you, Tro, baby. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I love you. You grew strong in that solitude. You grew strong with every attack that they sent your way. You grew strong through every situation that God allowed you to overcome. Because, thank you, Mobile Moms. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I love you. I love you, Queen. You grew stronger through every attack. Because, see, God was showing you how you can channel that and transmute that energy towards something positive. That's what they didn't understand. So they looked at you and you looked like you was weaker. You looked like you was the weaker opponent. You looked like, you wasn't prepared. You looked like you was somebody that they could chump, somebody that they could screw over, somebody that they could betray, and it won't be no repercussions or no consequences that follow thereafter. But they realized soon enough who is truly walking with you, who is truly for you, who's within you. See, they didn't prepare for battle because they felt like they didn't have to. And it was in that moment, like I said, Goliath ain't got nothing up on you. Physically, he looked like a giant, but spiritually, you the real giant. I just said, man, listen. Thank you, White Baby. I appreciate you. I appreciate that donation. I love you. I'm done. I'm done. See, this is why I don't come on here and I tell y'all set times that I'm going to come on live because I can't, it don't flow. I can't sit up here and give you no set times that I'm going to come on live. It's whenever it flows. Thank you, Conservative. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate you. Oh, I hope leave me some feedback, please, on Amazon. I want to see y'all feedback for those of you who bought the book. Leave me some feedback. I know your baby's going to enjoy it. I know they're going to enjoy that tonight. I'm going to wrap this message up so you can read it to them. Thank you, Regina, baby. I appreciate you. I love you. Let me tell you something, man. Physically, Goliath looked like he was the person that people would put their bet on to win the battle. So everybody put their bets in. Everybody like, man, this easy money right here. This is an easy come up right here. You feel me? This some quick money that we gonna come up on. Look at it. Look at it. Ain't no way man, listen. You know how they be setting up fights and they be like, okay, you still gonna get some money even if you lose, but you got to get through a couple rounds. You know what I'm saying? You got to get through a couple rounds and allow this person to beat on you. You know what I'm saying? See, it went completely different when it came to you. So it's like people putting their bets in because Goliath physically looked like he the one who can win the fight, win the battle. All David showed up with was a few stones that he picked up. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you, Danielle, baby. I appreciate you. Yes. Let me know. Email me. Tell me how your kids like it. Now, all David showed up with was a couple stones, right? That he picked up. But see, this is the thing about when you move with faith. And when you have a deeper understanding for what it is that God is calling you to do. Sometimes when God calls you out and we stepping into the unknown, we don't understand. We don't know what's going to happen to us. And so for a lot of people, like I said, many are called, few are chosen, because sometimes people aren't willing or brave enough to step up on that pedestal, right? That God has built for them, because they're saying, I don't know, I don't think I can win this. And it's so crazy. I was having a dream the other day, and sometimes, you be having those dreams and it be feeling like you really there. And it was so crazy. I was having this dream that I was going up against a family member said something crazy to me. And for whatever the reason, this particular time, I didn't allow it to pass. I was just like, I said whatever I said, and I really got up in their face. And I said, listen, we gonna end this once and for all. So everybody was amping us up to go ahead and fight, right? So everybody like, oh, she ain't never fought before, this, that, and the third. When they pick a location for us, and it's so crazy how right after I had this dream, I was at to go ahead and look up David and Goliath. Thank you, Fearfully. Thank you, Fearfully. I can't see the rest, but thank you so much for that donation. I appreciate you. When I tell you I was scared, but I didn't show that. I was just like, man, I was speaking like, and I was upset because of what was said. So I stuck up for myself. But they was actually planning a location. They was actually setting a location for us to fight. And so when we got to that location or whatever, my parents was behind me, and I could tell like people were looking at me like, why are you still going through with this when you know you can't fight? Why are you still going through with this and you're going to embarrass yourself? And there was TVs all around. And so that put me in the headspace of, thank you, Kadaja, baby. I appreciate you. That put me in the mindset like, okay, so they about to film it too. So this about to be on TV. So everybody gonna see. And so that added to the fear that I already had, that added to that. I'm like, oh my God, now everybody gonna see. And so when it came time for us to like really go through with it or whatever, she approached me and she was like, listen, I really don't want to embarrass you in front of all these people. Look, you ain't got to whatever. I ain't got to deal with you. I'll walk away. I really don't want to embarrass you in front of all these people. And I stood firm because like I said, my parents was around me and I didn't want to go out like that. So when it come time for us to fight, it's so crazy how she's swinging and I'm ducking it. And they keep laughing. They like, so you keep ducking when you gonna throw a punch? Like when you really gonna make it a fight? And the one time, all it took was for me to strike her once. One good time. I got her by her neck. Then she tried to get away from me. And then I struck her one good time and she was knocked out. Now, this person is somebody, like I said, that I don't even deal with, I don't even talk to. So it was real crazy that I had that, because the last time I seen this person was a long time ago. They're like, this, you have cousins of cousins, and like I said, it was really weird because I don't talk to this person. I don't even have any beef or nothing with this person. That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, why am I having this dream? But I wake up and then I go and I look up David and Goliath, and I'm like, okay, this makes sense why I had to look this up. And so a lot of times when people perceive you, like I said, you're not the one that they would bet on to win anything. You're not the one that they would be fearful of. But it's in that moment that you have the advantage because you show people who you truly are. You show people who's walking with you. And so when a lot of people count you out because of how you look, that's when God have to show up and prove people otherwise that you're not to be messed with. And so when Goliath showed up, they had already had like, okay, Goliath gonna win. David stand no chance. All David had was a few stones that he picked up. But see, when you realize that all things are possible through God who strengthens you, right? Who protects you, who walks with you. It's like the power and the force that was behind those stones was unlike any other regular stone. See, you can go get up a regular stone, right? And go hit it at somebody. It ain't gonna knock them out. That's just a regular rock. It may cause a little bruise or whatever the case may be, but not to knock somebody out like it did Goliath. You get me what I'm saying? But see, the power that was behind these stones, that was God's power. That was God on your side. That was God walking with you. That was God talking with you. Do you understand what I'm saying? You think you know, but you really don't know. I'm trying to tell you something. You were the underdog. You were the underdog. Joked you so bad. Talked about you so bad. It's like, you so weak. You so lame. We don't want you on our team. You ain't nobody. You too skinny. You too this. But see, when you realize, like I said, and for a lot of you guys, you held on to your faith. And it was your faith that got you through. See, the power that was behind these stones was God's power. And for every stone, that's a representation of every lesson that David had to go through and that he had to learn. That's how I take it. And I say, for some of you, each of you had to learn and go through your own share of trials and tribulations. And see, you had to go through lessons of how to keep your faith. You had to go through lessons of how to listen. You had to go through lessons of how to trust. You had to go through lessons of how to be obedient. So for every stone that he picked up, all it took was for one to hit him, to hit Goliath. And that was it. He was knocked out. See, through every cycle and every phase of your life, for a lot of you, you felt like you were on the losing end because there were a lot of losses, a lot of missed opportunities, right? A lot of missed opportunities. There are a lot of embarrassment and shame that you went through. You know what I'm saying? I feel like for a lot of you, if it was family, if it was friends, if it was lovers, all these people who went up against you, oh my God. For a while, this is why they felt like you were just an easy target, because for a while, they got away with this. They got away with going against you. For a while, before you learned everything that it is that you needed to learn, these people felt like they were winning. But see, they didn't understand. You were still in the learning phase. You weren't ready for battle as of yet when you was going through these things. But they were picking fights with you. Starting arguments with you. And it was at a time that you weren't as spiritually equipped as you are now. So when God bring that situation back around and they feel like, you know what, this is another chance for us to come up on a quick buck. This is another chance for us to go ahead and laugh at them and bully them. This is another chance for us to attack them, to keep them held back, to keep them stuck. so that they miss opportunities, so that they lose things, so that they never experience love, so that they never experience or have any stability in their life. These people are trying to come up against you. And see, you will never understand, but I tell you all the time, it ain't for you to understand evil. It's that when it's revealed to you, you get far, far away from it as possible. But if in fact you have to face that evil head on, baby, you do not walk with fear, because you understand that you're walking with God. And you already know that when you walking with him, all things are possible. Okay? So for every stone that David picked up, he probably didn't get it on the first hit. He probably didn't get it on the second hit. He probably didn't get it on the third hit. He didn't get it on the fourth hit. But when it came time for that fifth, I'm too real for YouTube, man. This is why y'all keep talking about it. I'm too real. This is what I'm saying. People don't want to listen. You don't want to hear what's real. I gotta come on here and I gotta fluff it for y'all. You ain't get it on the first, you ain't get it on the second, you ain't get it on the third, you ain't get it on the fourth. But when it came time for that fifth, and see, the whole time that you missing and that you losing, they're like, you see, I told you, man. See, you see what I'm saying? I told you. They stupid. They stupid. They slow. They retarded. See what I'm saying? They ain't got no friends. Ain't no who gonna come for us? Who gonna come for us if we go up against them? They family don't even like them. They brother don't even deal with them. They mama and they daddy don't think nothing of them. Who gonna come for us if we go up against these people? Nobody. They ain't got nobody. Who they standing with? Who they walking with? Where they army at? Where they team at? Where they riders at? Where they warriors at? Where they at? Where they at? They ain't got nobody. Where they at? I mean, they really was like, then it came time, you threw that second one, and see, this go back to the dream. Oh my God, this go back to the dream. See, there was a period before we even went to the location, right? And this person tried to show me up in front of everybody. In the way that I hit them, they were able to duck that one. And so everybody was laughing at me like, that's what you did? You felt like throwing that weak punch was gonna do something? That's how you throw a punch? It was so embarrassing. This is why they was trying to talk me out of doing that fight when they picked the location. But see, I felt that was the time for me to redeem my name. That was the time for me to redeem myself, because so many people were like, they can't fight this, that, and the third. But see, they snuck up on me. When they did that, they snuck up on me. And so it's so crazy how, like I said, you probably missed that first one, you missed that second one, you missed that third one. And now I feel even at this third try that you lost or that you missed, it's like they were all laughing. They were all looking at you like, you a joke, making you feel like you didn't belong, making you feel like it's something wrong with you, it's something weird about you. They didn't understand you. They didn't take the time to understand you. They didn't take the time to give you the opportunity to show who you truly were, because they wanted to go off of what they can see. And see, it's because they're going off of what they can see, going off of surface level knowledge, not really trying to understand spiritually who you are, not trying to have substance about them to be able to, like I say, be a man or be a woman and come about situations the right way, not being man or woman enough to give you your just due, to be fair to you, to give you an apology where it's due and where it's owed, because you the weak one. You the underdog. You ain't nobody. Don't nobody want you. You ain't got no friends. You ain't got no family. You easy prey. And these people were predators, or so they thought. Or so they thought. Oh, you big dude. You big dude till it really come time. Till it really come time to show who you truly are. You big dude. So they showed up to this last hoorah. They showed up to this last go around, just knowing that they had it in the bag. You see why I keep telling you how God has set things up, man? And it's so crazy how even through your losses, God was showing you how these was opportunities. And you like, how is a loss an opportunity? Well, I'm going to tell you, a loss can serve as an opportunity to learn from that loss. Yeah. 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 And if you never heard that before, you're hearing it today. Any loss that you ever experienced in your life serves as an opportunity to learn from that loss. Why did I go through this? Why did I lose this? Why was I in this situation? Why did it have to be me? Why did I not listen? Why did I not obey? Why did I go back when I knew that this person wasn't going to stay? Why did I try to give the wrong people the benefit of the doubt and shut the good ones out? Why? It's an opportunity to learn from that loss. That's what God was trying to show you. Humble yourself. And through everything that you do, humble yourself. And through everything that you receive, humble yourself. Through every fight, through every battle, humble yourself. You don't even understand. I hope I'm making sense. How do you find humility in losing battle after battle after battle after battle? I'm going to tell you how. That puts you in the mindset of you ain't bigger than God, but also in showing you that your enemies ain't bigger than him either. Man, let me come off this lie, man. This don't make no sense how this coming through. This don't even make no sense how this coming through. This don't even make no sense, man. You find humility because it keeps you in your place in understanding who is really running and orchestrating things, so that you never, ever get beside yourself. No matter where God take you, no matter what he bless you to have, no matter how many battles you overcome. See, you had to go through that. He had to humble you before he blessed you. Yeah. Play with it. He had to humble you before he blessed you. You had to go through some losses before you experienced those gains. You had to lose a couple battles in order to take notes on the enemy. Oh my gosh, bro. How long I'm going to be on this live, man? I just keep, every time, God's just saying, just open up your mouth, just keep talking. Let me do the rest. You was taking notes, every loss, right? Every loss was served as an opportunity for you to learn. Take notes on your enemy. They didn't even know that you was taking notes on them. You see how people can be so ignorant? We got this. So we're not really paying attention to who got this person though. But we got this, but we're not paying attention to who got this person. But we got this, but we ain't paying attention to who this person walking with. But we got this, but every time we hear this person say, don't do me wrong because God don't play about me, we take it as a joke because every other time we don't want, came up on this person, one up this person, defeated this person in battle, attacked this person. Whole time, God was revealing who was behind the attacks, and you were taking notes. Whole time you was taking notes because you never got cocky. You never got big-headed. Why? Because of those lessons. And God instilling in you to always be humble through and through. Don't you take nothing for granted. Don't you underestimate anyone or anything and what they're capable of. Don't you put nothing past nobody. Not only did he teach you that, your enemies are learning that as well. Because like I said, you didn't get it on that first try, that second try, that third try, that fourth try. But baby, when it came to that fifth though, When it came to that fifth, though, play with it. You knocked it out the park. It didn't take 2-3 hits. Just like it took 2-3 losses for you to learn, baby. It took one blow. Now you say, how is it that all it took was one hit and David won? Because the power of God. See, it may take time and a while for you to go ahead and learn these lessons. It may take time for people to sit up here and keep going against you and keep going up against you and keep going against you till you keep knocking your head up against that wall, against that pavement, till you keep going up against the grain and losing, for you to understand. You can't keep going against God and what he has for you. No matter how many times you try to run away from it, he's always going to orchestrate a pathway for you to get back on the right track. So you learn, instead of trying to go against God, I'm going to walk with him. And before every step that I take, I'm going to pray that he order them and that he order my steps and lead me and lead the way. Lead me on this path. Keep me on the right track. Keep me grounded and keep me humble. Because you never put nothing past nobody. Yes, you lost a lot. Yeah, it broke your heart. Yeah, you was embarrassed, and yeah, you was shamed, and yeah, you was ridiculed. But God was setting it up for you to win in the end. And see, I feel word of mouth got around. Your enemies of your enemies of your enemies got wind of how many times you were losing, got wind of those losses and those defeats. So they all gathered around, gathered more people and more people and more people. So you see, there were more people towards the end than it was in the beginning. It was more people towards the end than it was in the beginning. It was more people in the end than it was in the beginning. Because at this point, they got it in the bag. At this point, the person that they hate and that they despise can't get through what it is that they send in their way. At this point, they want to see it for themselves. At this point, no way you're going to get through it. At this point, enemy after enemy after enemy, devil after devil, evil after evil after evil. And they're like, oh, we want to see. So it was more towards the end watching than it was in the beginning. But baby, when I tell you, he was setting it up. He was setting it up. You will never understand why God made you wait. You'll never understand why it took so many times for you to learn things from certain people. You'll never understand why for so long they was able to get away with what they got away with. You will never understand why it had to be you. Many are called, few are chosen. But the way that you showed up towards the end, you put your dues. You paid your debts. That's what you was doing. That's what they didn't know. This was a temporary fixture. It was a temporary setting, a temporary phase of losses that God was in the midst of that, molding you, not judging you, but molding you, teaching you, setting things up. So that in the end, it wasn't you that got shamed. It wasn't you that got embarrassed. You walked away a champion. You walked away a heavyweight. You walked away a conqueror. Off with their head. Straight like that. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. You walked away with the victory. You walked away and stepped in glory. You walked away and they had to turn around and see you boss up, glow up, come up. You walked away. The heavyweight. The champ is here. Thank you, Tiara, baby. I appreciate you. The champ is here. You weren't the one for all that embarrassment and all that shame. You weren't the one who was embarrassed in the end. The roles reversed, the tables turned. It was these people that walked away shamed with a tail between their legs because you knocked them out with one blow. And what you used, it was unheard of. A stone, a little rock. You hit it the right way at the right position, at the right time. Oh my God, you see how many gems I'm pulling from this story, man? Y'all ain't ready for it. I bet so many of y'all gonna look at that story so different now. Like the way that I'm breaking it down, you like, no, what, I ain't never look at it like that. See, you couldn't get with the first one. The right time at the right place. God was setting things up. The right time at the right place. He was setting it up. You needed to learn some things. See? But in the end, all it took was a rock to defeat a giant. That's unheard of. Just like it's unheard of for the underdog to come out being the heavyweight. That's unheard of. For you to go from being broke to 6 months down the line, you stepping up in riches beyond your wildest dreams. That's unheard of. 1 minute you go from being a nobody to being a somebody. That's unheard of. 1 minute you go from being the one that's being talked about and ostracized and criticized to you being an inspiration and a motivation and a public figure for people. That's unheard of. 1 minute people going ahead and going up against you and grouping up with your enemies, thinking that they done got a bigger and better prize, only to turn around and realize that you was the prize the whole time. That's unheard of. You started out and you walked up in it, the underdog, and you came up out of it, the undefeated heavyweight champion. The champ is here. I'm sorry. Did you not hear me? Maybe I need to say it louder for the people in the back. The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here. Where my champs at in the chat? The champ is here. Where my champs at in the chat? Y'all better go ahead and tell a friend to go ahead and jump on this live, because I'm going at it today. I'm going at it today. You better go ahead and tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your mama's mama. Go ahead and tell your kids too. Where my champs at? Where my champs at? I don't want to see no trophies, no crowns. Where my champs at? Hashtag the champ is here. Where my champs at? I'm going to see a couple people saying the champ is here. Where my champs at? You walked in the underdog. You came out the undefeated heavyweight champion. Yeah, it took you a while. Took a couple setbacks, a couple losses. Thank you, God. Thank you, baby, for that donation. It took a couple heartbreaks. Took a couple lonely cries. Took a couple cold nights, lonely nights. Huh? Took a couple nights that you had to hold yourself. Took a couple people falling up out of your life by the boatload. Took a couple friends that you had to lose. Took a couple family members that you had to back away from. Couple lovers that you had to leave behind. Jobs that you had to walk off from. Businesses that couldn't get up off the ground in the beginning. You went into this situation, the underdog, and came out the undefeated heavyweight champion, man. Where my champs at? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, for real. Where my champs at? I got how many people don't like this video? 525 people that they say it's up in the chat. 398 people that don't like the video. Thank you, Eshan, baby. I appreciate you. And I said, where are my champs at? I'm waiting for every single last one of y'all to say the champ is here. That's what I'm waiting for. In case you wanted to know. 532 people up in this live, in this chat. Where my champs at? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Stephanie, baby. I appreciate that donation. That's what I'm talking about. I'm seeing more people saying it now. Yes. Make me happy. Let's go, man. I don't want to see nothing else. Where my champs at? Let's go. And let me tell you something. What's the crazy thing? What's the crazy thing is how people will say you came up in the most unusual and unheard way, right? Because thank you, TX Corp. Thank you for that donation, baby. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. They'll say that you won, and I still want y'all to say what I'm saying. Don't mind me. You just listen. All I want to see up in the chat is where my champ's at. That's it. I'm going to reiterate it. That's all I want to see. To every single last person that is listening to this live, say, the champ is here. That's what I want to see. The champ is here. That's what I want to see. Spell it out. Because y'all know who got you through. Ain't no way it take one stone for you to take out a giant. But see, if you mix that recipe, you get the right ingredients, right? You got the right recipe, right? You get the right ingredients. You mix it and you cook it at the right time, at the right place. You learn and took lessons on what it took, how to mix up your vegetables, how to season it, how to measure. With the right ingredients and the right recipe, anything is possible. People was closed-minded, man. They was too closed-minded. They projected off on you who they truly were. You the closed-minded one, you the lame one, you the weak one, you the this, you the this. This all the things that they were projecting off on you. They saw greatness in you. But what they were trying to do, control you. So if David would have lost, they would have enslaved David. These people were trying to enslave you. In some type of way, they wanted you to be down. They wanted you to struggle. They wanted you to be broke. They wanted you to have nothing so that they can have everything, so that they can look down on you, so that they can control you, so that they can rub things up in your face to break you and make you feel inferior to these people that they placed above you. But see, ain't nobody can be placed above you, just like nobody can be placed above God. You hear me what I'm saying? You move with humility. You move with grace. You move with kindness, baby. That's something that can't be taught. That's something that was already instilled in you. That was something that was already within you. Do you understand me what I'm saying? See, all these people had was jealousy, envy, hatred. And see that bitterness that was on these people. It rolled these people and rolled these people to keep coming up against you. So Goliath is the representation of these enemies. These big enemies that came up against you, trying to dish out problems for your life, conflict for your life, struggles for your life, delays for your life, pain and heartbreak for your life, blockages for your life, trying to chain you down, trying to keep you bound. But God came in and intervened and turned things around. Stop playing with me, man, and go ahead and get them likes up. All I want to see is the champ is here. I don't want to see nothing else. That's what you went up against. You went up against your own shares of Goliaths in your life. You had more than one. You had more than one. David went up against one. You had more than one Goliath up in your life trying to come for your peace, trying to come for your stability, trying to come for your happiness, trying to come for your self-esteem, for your self-worth, for your purpose, for your destiny, for your gifts, for your blessings, for your strength, for your livelihood, for your mental, for your physical, for your spiritual. But the champ is here because all it did was truly fuel you to become who you are today. Goliath only looked intimidating. You really are intimidating. I can make you feel this small if I wanted to, But I'm going to mind my tongue. And I'm going to mind my manners because God taught me better than that. I could make you feel this small if I wanted to, but I'm going to mind my tongue. I'm going to mind my words. I'm going to mind my actions and my behaviors because God raised me better than that. He raised me to be humble. He raised me to move with grace, with humility. You feel me? When you go low, I'm going to shoot high because God raised me better than that. When you sit up here and try to come from my character and the opportunity to present itself where I can expose you, I'm going to just let time reveal who you truly are because God raised me better than that. When you sit up here and you think that you coming for my stability, but you don't even understand that them struggles is what made me. Them struggles is what built me. Them struggles is what shaped me. And now when I come back, I'm coming back and I'm knocking everybody out the park because I done took down everybody's address. But see, I ain't going to serve back to y'all what y'all dished out to me. I'm going to take everybody's address and I'm going to kindly invite you to my event, to my world, my championship. I'm going to invite you. It's like God was setting this up. He took everybody's address. He told you, don't dish back out to these people what they did to you. We just going to send them invites. And see these people looking at these invites like, why is so-and-so inviting me here? Now they show up. For some of these people, y'all gonna laugh. Y'all be thinking that these people petty, but let me tell you something. They don't know the God that you serve, baby. I'm trying to say God petty, but I'm just saying, when he tell you back and let me handle your enemies, I'm telling you he's handling them. For some of you, God personally sent out certain invites to certain people who went up against you the most. He gave these people VIP front row seats. He said, see, I don't want nobody to be able to say Walter's head was too big and they couldn't see you strike the mighty blow. I don't want them to be like Felicia hand rose up at the time that you hit so-and-so, so they couldn't hear you. They couldn't see you knock out Goliath. Thank you, Truth Speaker. I appreciate that. I don't want them to be able to say so-and-so stood up. So by the time that they claim that you hit so-and-so, I couldn't see it because Jack done stood up and blocked me. Nah, God say, see, I already know how you clowns finna move. So see what I'm finna do for you, for the ones who went up against you the most, y'all finna get front row VIP seats. Play with it. You ain't gonna be able to say you couldn't see nothing. You ain't gonna be able to say Walter, Jack, Monroe, Bob, Billy. Ain't nobody block you from nothing because ain't nobody else was in front of you. You had VIP front row seats. You saw that blow. You saw that strike. You saw that comeback. You saw that come up. You saw that get back. You saw me get that championship. You saw me get that trophy. You saw me walk across that stage. You saw me get that degree. You saw me buy my home. You saw me get married. You saw me become a mother, become a father. You saw me step into success. You saw me step into prosperity. Thank you, Prophet Aaron. I appreciate you, baby. I appreciate that. The champ is here, and they saw everything. Y'all laughing, but I'm so serious. These are the people that you was dealing with. They would literally sit up here and see God know your enemies better than you know them. Because a lot of these people played a role, had on a mask. He said, no, see, I got something for you. I got a special seat made for you right up here in the front. So when you knock them out, when they fall, when they're defeated, everybody up in their mama saw. Thank you, Isaiah. I hope your babies enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. Leave me some feedback. Let me know. He know your enemies better than you do. He wanted to ensure that they saw everything. from the blow to the blood that you done knocked the life up out of these people, done knocked the living daylights up out of these people, done knocked them dead, slump, right up on that floor where they had you messed up at. I'm telling you, these people was in the front. Like, oh my God, blood is on my face. Oh my God. They done fell down and done shook up the whole room. It felt like an earthquake up in here. Yeah. You gonna feel everything. You gonna see everything. For some of these people who got big mouths, they gonna go back and they gonna spread it too. So this is why I tell you, never mind who went up against you, because I'm trying to tell you something. You have been redeemed. You have been vindicated. The truth has been revealed about who you are and who these people are. Do you hear me? You done struck a mighty blow, and these people done fell out. I'm trying to tell you, these people was up in the front. Blood done got on their face. Oh my God, I got blood on my face. Oh my God, who strikes them? Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, oh my God. You know, because God is my strength. God is my refuge. I'm sorry that you did not know that, but if you didn't have a clue, I'm delivering it to you now. God is my rock. He's my foundation. Huh? He's my stability. I can depend on him. That's what that rock represents. God is your rock. These weren't no ordinary rocks. Just like in Jack and the Beanstalk, those weren't no ordinary beans, were they? Play with it. Beans done shot him all the way up to that giant house. And see them rocks, when you won that fight, it got you already up to the penthouse, to the champion house. You understand what I'm saying? Those weren't no ordinary beans that Jack was dealing with. Baby, those weren't no ordinary rocks that David was dealing with. See, God, listen, God, it was God in every rock that he was throwing. God was behind every blow. God was behind every miss. Because like I said, even the miss served as an opportunity for you to what? Learn from the enemy. You learn. If I keep going ahead and I keep giving, all they're going to do is keep taking. No matter how nice I be, no matter how giving, no matter how loyal, all they will ever do is take advantage, because all they are takers. If I keep sitting up here and being around family, and I know that they two-faced, and I keep telling my business, it ain't nobody's fault if my business is on every street corner when I leave my house, because I keep going around people that God tell me to stay away from. I keep telling my business, letting people know my moves when he telling me to be silent. So through every rock, through every miss, it was a lesson of humility, learning to be obedient, learning to listen. Through behind every rock, it showed how God had his hand over you. Through every rock that David threw, every rock was a representation of God's love, support. I don't think y'all get me. Maybe sometimes I be talking and I be having so much and it be coming through, and I just be like, man. Every rock was a representation, like I said, of God's strength, God's support. And this in turn allowed David to subdue his enemies and come out as a conqueror and come out defeating Goliath, his enemy. It allowed him to be victorious in his battle. And it allowed him to be victorious because, see, some of y'all, God know you hard-headed. He know you hard of hearing. So he like, you know what? If you keep missing enough, if you keep failing, you keep losing enough, you'll stop. Because one thing, like I say, I always say, when you truly get tired and you truly get fed up, that's when God can come in and intercept and intervene on your behalf and do what it is that he need to do. Thank you, Emma. I love you, Emma. I be seeing you commenting. I want y'all to know I stopped telling my assistant to go through my comments because I said I want that to be the personalized touch that I have. Like, I go through and I read y'all comments. So when y'all see me go through and like everything and respond, that's me. That's not my assistant. Thank you, Tony, baby. I love you. I appreciate that donation. Margaret, my beautiful Margaret. Oh, stop hacking. Yep. I keep trying to tell y'all. I keep trying to tell y'all so much about the world that we live in, but it's like literally, I know some of my examples that I give, people be like, how you a preacher, how you I never said that I was, sir, ma'am. I clearly said several times, don't put no titles or no labels on me. I do it how I do it. And it hits and it get to whoever it get to. So when I give examples, that's how I connect. That's how I come across. That's how I deliver. That's my approach. It ain't got to be your approach. You ain't got to understand it. It ain't for you to understand. But like I say, when I be telling y'all about the world that we live in, man, and I keep trying to tell y'all, I feel God is sending out a strong message. Do you understand me? About how, not only how to treat his people, but how you should move. A lot of people, sometimes, I can't even watch and go certain places because I be like, y'all just robots, man. Y'all robots. Like, you don't even understand. Like, everybody moving the same, everybody talking the same. When I be seeing how some of these kids be allowing, and I call them kids because, see, back in the day, if you talk back to your parents, you get slapped right there where you talk back at them at. They ain't wait to get you home. But nowadays, you got kids raising kids, and you be seeing these kids telling their parents, shut up. I would have been dead somewhere, probably unconscious to the next day if I would have ever told my mom to shut up. I knew better not to try her like that. But see, when you in this world, it's like, oh, it's all about what look good, and that's my baby daddy. More people want to be baby moms and baby daddies than to be wives and husbands, or take the time back to say, you know what, I'm gonna work on myself until God brings the right mate for me. It's Greek if you say, well, I don't want to be codependent. I want to bring my own independence and my own happiness to the table. I don't need you. Baby, I want you. So you best act correct because I don't need you. See, and God delivering you from a lot of things, and God delivering you and healing you from these codependencies. The codependency that you had on being in a relationship or being in a friendship. Y'all act like y'all don't understand me. And a whole lot of people I'm going to rub the wrong way, but ask me if I care. See, when you had to go through those losses, it was in God trying to show you and instill in you, listen, you got to work on you. You are broken. You may not think that you may think that you're healed, but you're not. Because if you was healed, you wouldn't mind being alone and not accepting any and everything from any and everybody just for the sake of saying that I got an any and everybody kind of a relationship friend. That's how people come up on you. That's how people use and abuse you. And then you wonder why they go back and they be so nice to other people, because those people are vibing on the same wavelength as them. You different. You can't do what other people do. Didn't I tell you built different? Didn't I tell you that? Or you thought I was playing? Or you thought I was lying? When God calls you out and he puts a mark on you, that mark won't allow you to be in the presence of an enemy and you not feel it. That mark won't allow you to be around an enemy or a demonic presence and you not feel it, or that demonic presence not feel it. So if you're rubbing and disturbing these demonic presences the wrong way, you think that they finna sit up here and respect you and treat somebody and treat you the same as if they're treating someone who's demonic just like them, lost just like them, broken just like them, unhealed just like them, ignorant just like them, low vibrational just like them? No, they're gonna go up against you because of the mark. Oh, but because I don't come on here with the fluff, because I ain't coming on here, saying whatever, y'all don't want to listen to me, right? Y'all don't believe me. You'll learn sooner than later. But I feel if you're on this live right now, you already know it. I've been through it, and you know why. You went through what you went through. The mark of God is on you. You're built different, okay? I ain't got to have 1 million subscribers for you to believe that I'm telling the truth. When I tell you that the mark of God is on you, I don't have to sit up here and be famous and have X amount of views for you to believe that I'm telling you the truth when I say that the mark of God is on you. I've been doing this for 2 years and I'm just now starting to see growth. But I got to be real with myself. And I got to keep it real with God. And because I do that, it don't matter who's ahead of me, behind me. My growth will be my growth, and God will take me to where I need to be, and he will allow my messages to hit who it need to hit. When the mark of God is on you, baby, you cannot fit and go to certain places. This is why people that don't even know you look at you a certain way. They that smug look, that feeling, that how they act, you be like, what is wrong? These people, darkness and light can't dwell. It can't dwell together. They cannot dwell together. You got to pick a side and you got to stick to it. But I'm going to tell you something. You already learned something about being on that other side. These people will never accept you, and they will always find a plan or something to go up against you because you're different. In being different, they have to dim your light. In being different, they have to sit up here and go against your purpose and scorn you to shame so that you are so embarrassed about speaking God's name that you turn away from your calling. You are so drained, you ain't got no more fight left in you that you stop fighting and you give up. You think that it's going to stop? It's a never-ending battle. This is why constantly you have to walk with God. Constantly you have to pray for protection. If you think that I'm lying, you'll see real quick. I always was told, if you don't believe now, you're going to go through something that's going to make you believe. If me not grabbing my chest in my house, where it ain't nothing but me and my baby Jade, and if I would have been laid out on this floor, God knows how long I would have been laid out before somebody would have called or came around here to figure out that something was wrong with me. When I tell you, I could have given up. I could have got scared. I could have said, you know what? People be doing stupid stuff with your pictures. I'm going to delete my YouTube. I'm going to delete all my social media presence. I'm going to just live my life. But how can I live when I'm not living in my purpose? God won't let me live. He won't let me be easy with backing away from my purpose. I went through it. I was going through it even before I grabbed and I went through that spiritual attack. But I'm telling you, that was an attack that was sent. And I know who sent it. And I know why. I've been on a fast now for a week. I feel a little weak, but you would never know it. Because how did I deliver this message today? This is why I tell you about the power of God. I have not eaten anything for a week. A week. All I've been doing is drinking water, electrolyte water, to give me some strength and energy. But yet I came on here and I delivered this message for you today. Something was pulling me away from doing this live for a while. I was like, what's wrong? I be having so much messages. I be like, I want to come on here. I be seeing so much. I got to get all these podcasts out. And I did not have the strength. And God would kept pushing me and kept saying, don't stop. Like, so many people want to hear you. So many people, stop being afraid. All you got to do is just open up your mouth and I'm going to take it from here. And every time it'll always be something like, oh, my hair not right. Or, oh, who I got to always be this way in case anybody come across this video. Baby, when I tell you, it wasn't until I started fasting that I was truly able to overcome. I'm telling you, I did so much today. I didn't feel weak at all. I got out, I walked, I let the sun hit me. I got my mail. I came back. I said, today is going to be the day that I do my videos. I got majority of my videos done. So tomorrow I'm going to be uploading them throughout the week. And I said, tonight I'm going to get on this live. When I tell you I ain't been eating for a week, I know you be like, today is what, Tuesday? I ain't eat all last week. So week and a couple days. But if I didn't tell y'all that, you would have never expected that because of how I came. A whole week. I can't make this up. I feel weak right now. I feel weak right now. But I'm telling you, I talk, I come, I move. This how I know. This how I know. When God wants something from you, for you, that evil, when people think that they're going up against you, they're going up against God. And God is not going to allow anyone to take out his chosen one, his anointed one, especially when these people have a purpose. And especially when you minding the business that pay you, you being positive, you doing right, you giving back to people. And people just think because they're so evil, like they just gonna sit up here and go up against you and attack you and take you out. God not gonna allow anyone to take you out because of the purpose you have. We've been on here for a whole hour, man. I know it's gonna take a while for this to upload, but I'm fighting, and I'm gonna fight. This the first time I didn't put on no makeup. I just came on. I said, what am I really striving for? What am I really? That's so crazy. I see California love. I've been seeing so many signs, so many like California. I don't know if God calling me to move to California, but we'll see. We'll see. This. I've been seeing. I was watching Aaron Brokovich story, the movie with Julia Roberts. I love that movie. Just because I just love underdog movies where, Erin was very smart. She had kids. She didn't go, for those of you who don't know, Julia Roberts played Aaron Brokovich, where they won that lawsuit going up against that factory that was like contaminating the water. And that movie is one of my favorite movies because Erin was nobody but a housewife, a mother, right? You saw the car she was driving. She had no work experience. She went from being that to being a broke mother, housewife, to being a freaking multi-millionaire. All because, man, I encourage you. Listen, let me go ahead and put that in the chat right now. I don't know why. And I'm gonna have to go ahead and drink some more water, y'all, because whenever I feel like I gotta drink some water. I think I got the name wrong, but I would encourage you though to do it past a week. I've gone up to 2 weeks, and so I've built it up, but so in that movie, I'm gonna pin it. I love Erin, and I also love Julia Roberts' portrayal of her, because when I tell you my favorite scene is when she comes up against these people, these actual lawyers who gone to school, got degrees and everything. But see, when I say when God has a purpose for you, it's like the people didn't even want to talk to none of these. They felt like they was uppity. See, they could relate to Aaron. They liked Aaron. So Aaron was able to get all the vouchers, the signs, the petitions, whatever. And it got to the point where they tried to take it from Aaron and take it over. And see, it was Aaron that was able to get all the signatures. And she encountered one person. Her secret weapon was that man that said, I used to work at the plant. See, they was trying to make it tie corporate to knowing that corporate knew about the contamination at the plant. And because the guy, thank you, King, I appreciate that. I appreciate your donation. I love you. Because the guy at the plant didn't shred the evidence. See, he could have went to the lawyers or whatever the case may be, but he sought out Aaron. And that was Aaron's secret weapon, because by her getting that document, the case closed. They was able to pin it and say that corporate knew. And so she went from hustling her way into working into a private practice, right, with this man. She worked her way, hustled her way into doing that, to negotiating a higher salary, to taking on the case, all because she realized a mistake. Went to her peers, and her peers shot her down and said, oh, Aaron, if you don't know your job, I'm not going to teach you. She encountered so much, if y'all just look at that movie, to winning the biggest lawsuit. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that man wrote her a check. So whatever it was that Aaron thought she was going to get, he ended up increasing that amount. And if I'm not mistaken, it was a little over $1 million, 1.5 mil. But look at where she came from. No degree. No help from any of the men who impregnated her and gave her kids. Life is a battle. Life is a fight. Nothing is going to come easy. Okay, Roderick, I love you. I'm gonna wrap this up, but y'all go ahead and y'all watch that movie, Aaron. And so when I say that to just say, when God has a purpose for you, just in wrapping all of this up, there's nothing that nobody is going to do to be able to come up against you. You never know. God works in mysterious ways. One day you could be sitting up here struggling, not knowing how you're going to pay your bills, to the next being blessed beyond your wildest dreams. It's all about how you move, learning the lessons, and continuously moving forward in good faith, keeping your faith, keeping God first before everything that you do. You get what I'm saying? So you went up against these Goliaths in your family, in your friend groups, and these people harassing you, trying to enslave you, trying to entrap you and keep you held down. But it was God that gave you the power and the strength to overcome and subdue your enemies. And in the end, you stepped into all your glory and victory. And you were perceived and roped off and categorized as the underdog in the beginning. And God rose you up to be the heavyweight champion in the end. You overcame all your enemies. You overcame every single last one of them, because physically these people thought that they were bigger. Physically, these people may have looked the part. But spiritually, you were a giant. You were unmatched, unparalleled. In the spiritual, it was in the spiritual. It's like God just telling you, man, just pause. Wait till they come to you. Wait till they come to you. And people thinking that they know you, they realize they never did. They never knew anything about you. You don't bother nobody. But they just kept picking till they woke up the sleeping giant. I'm trying to tell you something. Then all hell broke loose. Because when you did strike back, you struck and took them out and defeated them in one blow. It took time for you to get here, but don't you ever second guess or doubt how far you've come and how strong and beautiful and handsome you are. I don't care what no one has told you. You get up every day and you fight. I don't care, no matter what you've gone through. You get up every day and you fight, because it's in God's protection and favor over your life that people are going to realize that they're truly not going up against you, that they're going up against him. And he ain't nobody to go up against. Because when you don't have the protection or the favor of God over your life, whatever it is that people was trying to send your way, when it come back to them, they ain't going to be able to handle it. And this is why the people that you're seeing that went up against you are not looking good. And whatever it is you think you know, you thought you saw, just like I said, looks can be deceiving. People thought Goliath was stronger. They thought Goliath was going to go in and beat David, but he didn't. He couldn't. David knocked him out. Whatever it is you think you see about these people, whatever it is you think that you know, trust and believe that ain't what's really going on behind the scenes. It's so much that you can take from this, but I ain't going to keep y'all tonight. Y'all just keep me in your prayers, and I'm going to keep praying that I can come back on this live more often. Because they truly, when people don't want it to be you, they don't want it to be you, man. But I'm here. I overcame it. I ain't got no reason to make that up. For any of you who ever gone through or had a spiritual attack, then y'all know that I'm not lying. That's why I'm fasting, so I can fight it off. Those pains to my side weren't a good feeling, but it didn't last. And even though I grabbed my chest, I knew that I had to pray and get it up off of me. And that's how I know that I'm protected. So I'm fighting through it and I'm getting through it. But I'm telling you, whoever this message is for, it's coming back on these people because God is tired. He's your refuge. He's your strength. He's your support system. Everything that you do is blessed. Everything that you do is blessed. Everything that you do is already, your steps is already ordered. You understand what I'm saying? Everything, the path is already set out for you. And this is why not only should you keep yourself and pray for yourself, you got to pray for these people because they do not have the protection of God because of what they've done. And how smug they were when they were doing it and was getting away with it, and you kept losing, and you kept being naive, and you kept not being obedient, and you kept overlooking things. They were very smug. Thank you, Ali, baby. I appreciate you. And so they do not have the protection. And so whereas, like I said, I'm keeping that person up in my prayers because you sent that my way to attack me. Why? For someone who, man, I ain't even going to expose it. I ain't even going to do it. God telling me to be quiet. Like I said, it's crazy the things people will do, man. This is why I say pray for people. Pray that they can love themselves. Pray that they can get the focus up off of you and focus on their own life. Because I'm telling you, they ain't going to have no time to focus on you anyway because of what's being sent back to them. These people ain't going to have the protection. Just like who sent that my way ain't going to have the protection. So if you sent those stab wounds and was messing with my health and I had to grab my heart like that, I can only imagine when it's sent back to you. I want to see if you're able to overcome that. Because, see, it's going to be a lesson about what not to do. Because when you're going through it, you're going to feel it. And you're going to understand that that's something that you don't play around with. But I'm tired, y'all. Let me go drink something and get my energy back up. I'm going to see if I can get through the end of this week. But I love every single last one of y'all. I do. I appreciate you for loving me, for sticking with me. There's so many people on YouTube that y'all can listen to, so many people that are doing big things. I will always be true to myself and humble. And I just want to thank y'all for loving me, because you don't have to be on this live with me. And I know that a lot of y'all don't have to say the things that you say. And so in you saying it, I know that you're real. And so I try to show as much as myself as I can to show y'all that I'm not big headed, that I'm not that I'm very humble for you guys. Um, even no matter where we go, 100K today could be 1 million by the end of this year. I'm always gonna come on here and tell y'all how much I love you, and I want to do things where I can see you guys and y'all can feel my energy. I know some people can sense it through listening to people and hearing how they speak, but it's different when you can see the person in person and you truly do understand that, you know what, this person really is who they say they are, you know? And so I love you guys so much because I've been going through it, and it's really hard when people think that you weak all the time and you have to keep fighting. You get tired. You get tired. And that's why you have to walk with God, because we're only human. We're only human. That it becomes a burden how many enemies you have. But you know, like I say, thank you, Julie. I appreciate you. I love you. No matter if I have 50,000 people who go up against me, baby, all I need is that one person up in my corner that's going to be with me and fight these battles with me. I don't care if I got 1 million some people who going up against me. All I need is that one person, because God is always going to orchestrate a plan for me to still receive what it is that he need me to receive. The name of the movie is Aaron Brockovich with Julia Roberts. So no matter how long I was delayed or where I should have been at this given point in time in my life, I am where I am. I am where I should be. I've learned what I needed to learn. I've seen what I needed to see. And the same goes for you. You were the underdog, and God appointed you to be the undefeated heavyweight champion. The champ is here, my kings and my queens, my prince and my princesses. I got to sign off. Your girl is weak. I got to go drink something. I got to go lay down. But I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to start and I'm going to fight and come on here more and upload more. I'm telling you, when I tell you, baby, my YouTube, I couldn't sign even on my thing. I said, what? And I said, wow, y'all just really trying it, man. Even with me coming on the live, my phone was acting crazy. I can't make this stuff up, man. It's like they attack you more when you right at the pivot. And but like I said, I do what I got to do, and that's why I came on this live anyway. I restarted my computer, and I kept my patience, and I came back on here. But I love y'all, and that's what I want to say. And I'm so proud that y'all won. I'm so proud that y'all here. And let me tell you something. No matter what happens and where we go, no matter if you see me on the street, man, come out, you call my name. I'm very humble. I'm not big-headed. People have done it. They've done it several times. I've gotten in Ubers. I've seen people in the mall. Like, I'm very humble. And believe in your dream. Work on your craft, because you never know where it can lead you. No matter who you have to back away from, no matter what you have to back away from. When you move with God, when you keep your faith, when you take that leap of faith, God will take you to where it is that he needs you to be. Not where you want to be, but where he wants you to be. Because sometimes where he wants you to be, it's going to blow your mind. The plans that he has for you, the plans that he has to exalt you, to raise you up, to lift you, and to bless you. I don't know why I keep talking, but I don't know. I just have to get it out. Like, take the leap, take the leap, take the leap. This message is so much you can take from that. Like, missing the first try, missing the second try, the third and the fourth, but on that fifth, it's going to be like no time was wasted. Like, these betrayals never happened because of where he's going to place you. And no man and no enemy and no evil stand a chance with you, because you know what you need to do. When a problem presents itself, you already know how to resolve it and how to overcome it. So you already know, man, if you need a friend, you got it in me. If you need love, you got it in me. If you need inspiration, motivation, life example, you already know you got it in me. I come with that real, never that fake. I keep it 100 with you. I keep it a buck with you. Okay? You already know I'm your sister. I'm your friend. I'm that shoulder that you can lean on, that you can cry on. I'm that instant ear that you can vent to, okay? Y'all know it. Some of y'all done text me in the wee hours of the morning, baby. I've been so tired. But I stay up just to let y'all know that you're not alone and that you got somebody that's going to respond back to you, okay? Continue to reach one, teach one, tell a friend to tell a friend, bring others to the JC game. I thank y'all for sharing the messages on TikTok. I've been seeing it and Facebook and Instagram. I thank y'all so much for getting it out there, man. More people need to know that good people still exist in this world. More people need to be aware of the evil that's in this world and how to overcome it. See, when people see that others are battling, going up against things, it's not so easy for it to be dismissed as if it doesn't exist. Spiritual warfare is real. Just like there's a balance between good and evil, what's dark, what's of the light. When you see how people are robotic, how all this music is just sound the same, I can't even get with it. I can't even tell you who's my favorite. Anyone who's my favorite artist, they're older. They're older. It ain't nobody that done came out recently. I'm gonna tell you that. And I'm not old. And I like older artists. I just can't. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. When you know, you know. You know what I'm talking about. What's understood ain't got to be explained. It's like God awakened you. Thank you, Carlisa, baby. I appreciate you. It's like God awakened you. You had options. You had choices. Am I going to take this route or this route? Am I go this path? Am I going to take the red pill or the blue pill? And it's like the choice that you made was the right choice. It awakened you. It woke you up. So because of that, you're not able to fit in with the masses because these people are in sync. They're lost. They're all the same. So, of course, he's calling you out and you different. But you know what? It's a blessing in disguise. It's disguised because, just like I said, looks can be very deceiving. It look like you the op bop. You the one who don't fit in. You the one who ain't got this, ain't got friends, ain't got this. But in so many other areas where people are lacking, you're blessed. Where people are losing, you're winning. Where people are thinking that they're getting ahead, they're really behind you, taking notes on you. And it's all because you chose to awaken. So, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing, Teresa, that you don't fit in. Because let me tell you something, everybody up on this live, we fit in with one another. We don't fit in with the world, but we fit in with one another. And God will always, like I say, orchestrate something to where you come across people who where y'all equally yoked, who match your energy, who's on the same level as you. People who are not on the same level as you, of course you're not going to fit in with them. But is that a bad thing? It's what? A blessing in disguise. That's what you need to start telling yourself. Like I say, disguised. David didn't look like he was the champion, right? He was disguised. He was hidden so that when he stepped up in that situation, right, no one would prepare themselves. I don't know why I'm keep talking, because I already said I'm weak and I want to get off. But I'm telling you, it's like when he got into and showed up, he was disguised to be something else. He was disguised like he wouldn't be the one to win. And Goliath was the one that everybody placed their bets on. When people sent this evil to you, they thought it would take you out. They thought they would never have to worry about you again, that you would not be their competition anymore, that whoever it is that had you on their mind would forget about you because you was dead out of the picture, that whoever it is that was holding on to you wouldn't have anyone to come back to because you wouldn't be here. You'll be gone. You'll be out. You'll never understand the evil, but it ain't for you to understand. It's just when it's revealed to you, keep your distance. It was a blessing in disguise because people wouldn't have prepared themselves. So they would have showed up ill prepared because they perceived you to be weak. So God gave you that secret weapon, the element of surprise. When people underestimate you, when people doubt you, when people look down on you, baby, that is a blessing because you can do what it is that you need to do. You can move the way that you need to move. If you need to walk alone, if God called you to walk alone, if God called you to back away, if God called you to move, you ain't got no attachments. You ain't got no chains that's holding you back, tying you down. You able to fly free because you got that element of surprise. That people came ill prepared because in their mind, Goliath is the winner. Goliath got it. David showed up, cloaked, disguised. He ain't no winner. He a loser. So God said, go ahead and unravel yourself. Let me go ahead and zip you up out this bodysuit. Let me go ahead and zip you up out this bodysuit. Oh, you really ain't David, little small David. You big David. You big dude. And done knock Goliath out like it ain't nobody business. And that song, Mary Had a Little Lamb, Pieces White Snow. When the time permitted itself, I said, let me go ahead and zip you up out this bodysuit. Oh, you ain't, so you ain't little Ebony. Who else am I? You ain't little Faith. You ain't little Samuel. Oh, you big dude. You big Samuel. Huh? Thank you, Prophetess Baby. I appreciate that donation. You big Ebony. You big Teresa. And knock these people out. But see how you presented yourself, how you came. See, this is why people should treat people. When people show up and being nice to you, you should be nice back to them. Don't sit up here and keep trying to awaken the sleeping giant and try people because you think that you can. 2 pieces in a biscuit. I'm done. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, you ain't little Patrice. You ain't little Shirley. You big dude. And they'll knock these people out. They'll knock them out cold. And God just standing there trying to wave them down, trying to see if they can come up for air, grasp for air. These people knocked out cold. You done knock these people out, and God trying to check on them and see, is you okay? I tried to tell you. I tried to warn you. I tried to tell you, leave them alone. I wasn't going to let them lose. They weren't going to keep losing. I tried to tell you that. You didn't want to listen. They kept laughing, kept doing stuff. Why? Because God said, you stay up in that bodysuit. When the time permits itself, I'll tell you when you can come up out that bodysuit. But for the time being, Debo, I'm so done. Y'all crazy, man. And it's so crazy because I really wanted to say something, but I couldn't say it. So maybe Prophetess Robinson, you could help me out, right? So that movie Friday, what Smokey said, I can't say it, but y'all know what Smokey said. What Smokey said? Prophetess. What Smokey said? What Smokey said? I can't say it. Ain't nobody said it yet. When y'all came up out that bodysuit, I'm trying to tell you, when God told you, you got King done said it. King said it first. Hold on, let me see. Can I pin this? Dang, I can't pin it. Oh, hold on. Wait. Dang, what's going on? See, there you go, starting again. King. Okay, there you go. I replaced King's thing. Yup. 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 What Smokey said? Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate you. Hey, I like that one, Tawana. You got knocked the faith out. It was so funny till it wasn't funny no more. It was so funny, wasn't it? Now, don't come for me and talk about, Victoria, I don't think you should be mentioning that movie as part of this message. Listen, I done told y'all about, listen, it's judgment-free zone now. That's what happened. You walked up in there and they perceived you to be one way, so they went up against you. But when God said, go ahead, and now that you see who's willing to go up against you, when they perceive you to be the target, when they perceive you to be weak, you the one that they want to joke, you the one that they want to mock, right? You the one that they want to keep taking money from, right? You the one that they want to keep breadcrumbing, right? You the one that they want to keep talking about, right? You the one that they want to keep spreading your name and sitting up here talking about you dirty and laughing at you, right? All right, cool. As you learn the lessons, take notes. And then when God said, go ahead and come up out that bodysuit, baby, when I tell you that people's jaw drop, they still trying to pick up their jaw. It keep falling. They can't keep it still because they trying to figure out how you talking the way you talking, how you living the way you living, how you moving the way you moving. How are you able to throw a mighty blow like that? Because they perceived you to be one way. Ain't nobody told them to sit up here and judge you. Ain't nobody sat up here and told them to speak foul against you. Ain't nobody sat up here and told them to send spell work and witchcraft and attacks your way. Thank you, Shelly, baby. I appreciate that. Ain't nobody told these people to sit up here and group up with your enemies and put you down and lift these people up. Now everybody getting shamed. Now everybody getting shown up. As God told you, listen, come up out that bodysuit, man, and stop playing with me. And it was like literally like, you start out here, you going big, 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 big. Man, I'm telling you, these people got scared. They was like, when they gonna stop growing? How tall are they? I mean, how tall are they? And you growing big like that? Imagine somebody growing that tall like you, like that in front of you. And it was a pipsqueak. They go from being a pipsqueak to being like a giant like that. Baby, if I seen something like that, I'm finna sit up here, my jaw finna be down too. Shoot. That's scary. But see, the thing is, what it is, see, they perceived you to be one way, but you had that element of surprise. So when God sat up here and told you come up out that bodysuit, you knocked these people clean out cold. And see, I'm feeling these people went up against you in front of everybody because they was trying to put on a show. Thank you, Investments. And the very same people that they once shunned you in front of, that they went up against you and talked about you trying to be like you, all these people are realizing these people for being who they truly are: weak, childish, immature, weak-minded, weak-spirited, because you knock these people out. But see, you a humble giant. You a humble giant. You don't go for people being cocky and being arrogant. See, Goliath went around because he kept, like I said, let it would have been anybody else, you would have been knocked out. You would have been dead. Because Goliath kept going around like, I'm the big one. I'm the winner. No one can win against me. And whoever it is that Goliath was rolling with, these people hid behind Goliath. Like, oh, we protected if we stand behind Goliath. We protected if we stand behind this evil. We protected if we stand behind these attacks. Until you came up out that bodysuit, though, like God told you to do, when he told you to do it, and knocked them out and sent it right back. Thank you, Kenya, baby. I appreciate that. I love you. You knocked them out cold. They still, if you want to know, they still slump. They still right there where they had you messed up at, slumped, knocked out. But don't worry, God will call an ambulance sooner than later to get sent to take them to the hospital. But for right now, let them lay right there. They made that bed. Let them lie in it for a little bit. You let them lie in it for a little bit. Don't worry, they still there. You want to know confirmation? They still there, knocked out. I'm trying to tell you, when I say you came through full force, almost knocked their whole face loose. Play with it. I'm trying to tell you something. Goliath just looked the part. Goliath just looked the part, right? That's the person who they got to assume the role in the movies and the Bible and everything like that. Baby, you the real giant. You the one they took from your story. They took from your story. You the whole reason why they created that character. You the whole reason why they created that character. Because you the real giant. This is based on a true story. Yes, it is. It is. This is based on a true story, in case you did not know. Goliath just an actor. He just the person who auditioned for the role and who we picked. But he representing and portraying somebody. And that person that he portraying is you. You the real giant. Nobody knew it though. Till God told you to come up out that bodysuit. And all they jaw dropped down. They like, oh, they was the real giant. They was the real champ. They're the one who we should have been working with. They're the one who we should have been treating better. Oh my gosh. So right where they had you messed up at, they still there. Have I ever told y'all a lie? If I have, let me know in the comment section. Tell me right now before I get off this live if I've ever told y'all a lie. So to wrap this up, wow, we 2 hours in. I ain't never stayed on this long. You were the real giant. You are the undefeated heavyweight champion. And just like God told David, I am with you wherever you go. I have gone before you and I have cleaned out and handled all your enemies. I've cut out all your enemies. I am with you everywhere you go. And I've gone out ahead of you and I've cut out all your enemies from your life. So you have nothing to worry about. So you always knew before you took this challenge, before you went up against these people, you went up against whatever it is that they sent your way, whatever the representation of Goliath. We're not just taking this at face value like Goliath is a person. Goliath could represent what? The evil that came your way, the lies that was told on you, the plans, the tricks that people was sending your way and had for you, the intentions that people had for you. They were not good. But when you rose up, because God had already told you, look at where I took you from. And I got plans to take you further. I'm walking with you. I'm always with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. I've gone ahead of you and cut out all your enemies. See, when you ask God to order your steps, what he'll do, you can't fail. Even when it seemed like you took those losses. Now you're going to start moving and you're going to start saying, people going to be looking at you stupid. You're going to be like, see, I appreciate losses. I appreciate gains. Yeah, gains feel better than losses, but I'm going to take losses that come my way and I'm going to take gains that come my way because it's a balance in my life. Because when I experience loss, I know what to learn. I know how to take that and use that as a learning opportunity. I can take and learn from that loss. And when I experience the gain, That is the blessing that God has orchestrated for me because I've learned the lesson. A blessing for every lesson that you learn. And I'm going to end it right here with I love you guys. Please make sure that if you buy my book, The Miraculous Busy Billy, there's an option to rate my book and to also leave comments. Please make sure that whoever and for everyone that brought my book, I love and I appreciate you. Please be sure to leave me some feedback. Let me know how your babies like the book. You guys can go ahead and it's available on Amazon. It will be available on Google Books, Apple Books, and Barnes and Nobles by next week. I have to go through the verification process, so that's going to take some time. But in the upcoming weeks, this girl done jumped on the couch. In the upcoming weeks, you guys can expect it to be on Apple Books, Google, and on Barnes and Noble. So bear with me, and I'm working with that and getting through that. And make sure that you guys go ahead after this, go and vote. Vote on the, let me unpin this before YouTube say something. But y'all saw it. Everybody should have seen it already. Make sure that you go ahead and to the community board and vote so that I can know and get an accurate head count. If I got 548 people now in the chat, and of the 548, all of you say that you can come, or 300 of you say that you can come, that gives me an accurate head count so that I can pick the right venue. So the quicker that I can go ahead and get a good head count, the better, and the sooner that I can go ahead and start planning the event. And you guys can vote on the community board and let me know. And you already know, man. Keep reaching and keep teaching. Keep telling a friend to tell a friend. And until next time, y'all stay prayed up and be blessed. I love y'all. Hey, my undefeated champions. My undefeated champions. I love y'all. And LJ, this is the in-person networking event that I'm going to plan. So that it's going to be the first one that I've ever planned since I started this channel. So make sure that y'all go to the community board and just vote for me. Vote which month is better for you. Vote and let me know in the comments that you will be able to attend for sure. So after you vote, make sure that you comment and say, I will be able to attend. I need to know that so I can get a good head count. I don't want to put something out there and be like, hey, purchase tickets. I need a good head count so that it's for the venue more so than anything. So make sure that y'all go ahead and that y'all vote. And until next time, stay prayed up and be blessed. I love y'all.